Hey guys, Luke here. Welcome back to another video. This is my first video on this channel, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the coolest and most unique superpowers to have. So me and my friend Aaron were talking about this in library period a few minutes ago, and I came up with two very cool superpowers. So first superpower is the ability. So you know how when you take a pin or needle or whatever, you press it up against the glass and you hit on it with a hammer, it will shatter the glass. And my idea for the superpower is basically what you can do is you can take a tack and you can put it on anything and it will stop it from movement. The thing is, if it's like a moving or living thing, it won't like actually puncture the thing, because obviously it's a magical kind of thing, but like you could put it on a person's hand and then they can't move their hand, but they can move the rest of their body. And what happens is you can put this tack on it, and then that specific part of the body or specific thing, joint or whatever. So like if I put it on my chest, I couldn't move my chest, but I can move my head, move my hands, I can move my arms, my legs, etc, etc. But then as soon as I take a hammer on the tack and I hit the tack, the item, person, whatever shatters, becomes glass and shatters. So there's a lot of benefits of that. Obviously you could if you're that could be a good thing for like villains, because villains would want to get rid of people, kill people or whatever. They could just go boop boop bye bye. It could be like a wall. You can get rid of a wall. It won't get rid of anything that's like touching it. It will just get rid of that one thing. So if you hit a house with that thing, only the wall would come down. And like if you hit only the wall would come down and shatter. If you hit like the leg on a table, only the leg would shatter. You could say in that sense, well, if I were to hit someone, if I were to use the hammer and I were to hit someone, it would only shatter that part of their body. No, it would shatter the entire person's body or the entire entity's body, because a table is multiple pieces of wood. Like there's the top piece and it's separate from the bottom piece, but they were just drilled together, so that's the only thing that's keeping them together. Or you could say, oh well, a house, well there's multiple walls that make up a house, so when you hit the wall, it won't shatter the things on the wall or attached to the wall, just the wall itself. So if you did that to your home house, like with paintings and stuff on the wall, the paintings would fall on the floor and the pictures would fall on the floor and whatever's attached to it, but not the wall, but not anything but the wall. The only downside of that is it is a bit overpowered, except for the fact that somebody could take the pin and I don't know whether the power's in the person or within the pin and the hammer. If the power's within the pin and the hammer, everyone would just be hunting down the guy with that pin and hammer, and basically whoever has it, you just steal it from them, or steal it from them and steal from them. Alternatively, that is a pretty okay thing. Like if it was a person, then that would be way too overpowered. So in this sense, we'll just say that it's a special bunch of pins and a special hammer. But that would be way more balanced, and because then that means that the person with the pin and the hammer could be shattered if somebody were to steal their pin and hammer them. Let's move on to something a little bit different. So like that was a really cool superpower, And I'm kind of like yapping about this because I'm a writer, and I kind of want to make a book at some point. And if I do end up making a book about like superheroes or something, I could just refer back to this, and I might make multiple more videos if I can find any more cool superpowers. But let's see. There's another superpower, and you've probably already heard this before. It's like you're made of slime, and or goo or slime, and it's like, oh well, some people have already done this before, Luke. Well, I'm gonna be improving it. Okay, I'm gonna be adding some more capabilities of this. So, capability number 1, because you were made of slime, you can split into multiple slime entities, except it's not infinite. It's depending on, like, if I had that slime power and I was made of slime, I could only split as many slimes in the amount of slime that I'm made up of. So realistically, gaining weight or overeating wouldn't really be a problem for you, because what you could do was, like, if you wanted to become bigger as a slime guy, all you needed to do was eat a lot and then grow, so that you'd remain the same. So you would remain the same body shape, but you'd get bigger in a sense. So that would be pretty cool. Now, obviously, the splitting up thing, the growing thing, basically, what's the weakness to this? Obviously, fire is going to be one of them, because if you were to take slime or anything and put it under fire, obviously it would burn them. Lava, fire, acid. Otherwise, what else would there be? What about water? Because then again, could you water down the slime? Because that's a pretty interesting one. Because how would you water down slime? You'd like okay. So, like, if you were to ever take a bunch of slime that you just made and you were to add water to it, it wouldn't be able to conjoin nicely. So one of the weaknesses was if the person were to go into water, it would lose some of its weight or some of its size, because some of it would mix in with the water. Now, realistically, you could say, oh, well, now you're that body of water as well. Well, actually, yeah, you would be able to possess that body of water as well. But then again, you wouldn't be able to do anything, because you're not that sticky to keep yourself together. It'd just be in a liquid form. So you wouldn't be able to really do anything besides anything water and wave based. So you basically have water, power, or whatever. Yeah, that's a really cool one to think of. There's also, like, what else would come with being a slime superhero? I'm not sure. It's like, I think that's it. You would think, oh well, you're able to absorb stuff. Oh well, you're able to go through tight spaces. So, like, if you were trapped behind bars, you could just slimify, go through the bars, easy. The thing is, there is a way you could restrict it. Oh my word. Okay. There is a way you could restrict it by, like, like putting, like, something slippery on the bars. Because I don't know if that would increase or decrease it. Because, like, as long as there's a hole this small, as long as there's a hole this small, as a slime guy, you're able to get through it. obviously you'd be able to morph into different shapes. You wouldn't be able to hide your identity as well, so it kind of like balances out. You wouldn't be able to hide your identity, plus you would be like a certain color, so like you'd be a certain color like Slimers, where you'd be like green or pink or red. You'd be like, your color would depend, and you could change your color. Now everyone would start off as red, because really how you get your color is by combining with a specific liquid, and not too much of a liquid. Like, it would give you like a tint of red at birth, obviously because you know how birth works. But if you combine with a liquid too much and it goes over, like, I don't know, like, the more you combine with a liquid, the more vivid your color is. But then again, the less sticky you are and the harder it is to keep yourself together. To like keep yourself together, you'd start to like fall apart a bit. But that's really it about the slime thing. Let's do one more. I came up with this one at school, and with Aaron, and it was have you ever seen in that one movie? It has like Bugs Bunny and them in it. And there's this one scene where they're going through the art gallery and they're going through the paintings. And what I'm thinking is like, your superpower you'd be able to jump into paintings or pictures, printed out images, if they were big enough for you to fit in there. So it can't be like it can't be like a Polaroid photo this big, unless you can like stick a finger in there. You can stick a hand in there, but otherwise you can't really do much. And for example, if you were to ask, well, if you jump into an image that you took a while ago, that's basically time travel. Yes, that would be time travel. Now, what would happen was, if you had a photo of you when you were little, you teleport to where that photo takes place and what time that photo takes place in. So, you could time travel, basically, and not be yourself. So, but the thing is, the thing with images, if you time travel into a photo, is that there are obviously going to be photos in that world. So you can like time travel, so you can go through the photo and then there's another photo hanging up on the wall, and then you can go in that photo and that photo, and you can basically go through an infinite layer of images as long as the images around. I don't know what this freaking phone. I'll put it here. There's basically an infinite amount of times you can go through an image, as long as there's an image in the background. So if you kept on going back, if you kept on going through more and more photos, and there's just a house that always has photos in it, you keep teleporting back to it over and over and over. Not teleporting, going into the photo, because you're not really manipulating time, you're just manipulating what happened in that photo's existence and in the universe that photo takes place in. So basically, if I were to go into a photo of me when I was little, the universe would be it would be a separate universe from the universe I live in, but the exact same thing, it would be the exact same universe. But when I start to do stuff differently, obviously when I go to the universe and I start living a different life and everything, and I start manipulating stuff, it would be like how when you time travel, when you go back in time and you do things differently, then it can manipulate the future. It'd be like that, but it wouldn't affect our universe, just the universe in the picture. And the question is, can other people get out of the paintings or the images? Only people with that specific superpower, which is only you in this case. It could be a few other people as well if they were born with that superpower as well, but otherwise they're the only ones who can travel through photos, and that would be really cool. And there would also be a downside of it, because you could be trapped through a long layer of images. Now you may be asking, well, how do I go back through the images? Because I went through the painting and now I'm back in that time. Here's the thing. If you want to travel forward in time, back to your universe, I haven't really thought about that. So like, are you stuck back in time and you have to live up to that time? That is a really cool superpower, with a really cool twist on it, because you can't travel forwards in time unless... Yeah, it could be like that. You could have a superpower that works like that, in which you can't travel forward in time anymore, besides living through that time. So if you travel back to a photo taken 10 seconds ago, you can't travel back unless waiting those 10 seconds, and it could be a more extreme version where it's like 1972. You can't go back to your time, you're just going to have to physically live until that time. Now the thing is, this could intervene with another superpower being time travel. So the only way you're able to time travel to travel to the future is if someone wanted to show you or have a photo with you that was taken in the future. So strategically, if you were to use this strategically, then you could actually bring a photo with you that was actually taken very recently. You could take a photo of yourself and print it out before you leave, and it would bring you... Actually, it wouldn't bring you back to your original universe, just the universe you were just in. So there's basically no way of going back to your real universe. You'd always go to different universes. So it would be it could be a good superpower, could be a bad superpower. You can manipulate history, but not the history of your universe, the one of that universe, and you can basically escape the universes and stuff, yada 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 yada. That is a very good superpower, and it's a good one to write about, because it means that the main character is trying to go back to their universe, but the whole time, they keep getting tracked down by the people from the pictures that have those superpower, basically like the FBI of that universe. And they keep tracking him down, but he keeps trying to find a way back, and then he doesn't find a way back because he knows that it isn't possible to find a way back. Would there be a way you could go back to your universe? There is no undo button. When you go through a painting, when you go through a picture, would you go through the camera lens? Realistically, yeah. I like to imagine that you'd go through the lens, you'd be like small, and then you'd grow to normal size. So realistically, if I want to go back, could I go back through the camera lens? Maybe. That is an option. You could go back through the camera lens and go back to your future, but that doesn't seem like a logical answer to that question. So anyways, thank you for watching this pretty weird video. I just really I don't really post videos to keep active. I just post whenever I feel like talking or talking about a specific topic. So thank you for watching the video. Subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more from me. Click the like button, because it tells me that you want to see more and you want to make this a series. And you could also suggest stuff by leaving comments. You could leave some comments there, and then of cool superpowers, and I could chat about them. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, ring the notification bell if you like this and you want to see another one, and I'll see you guys later.